Get ready to take a trip down memory lane as we revisit the beloved cast of What's Happening from 1976. It's been 48 years since this iconic show first graced our screens, so let's see how much has changed. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into nostalgia as we explore the lives of the cast members from the hit sitcom What's Happening. Can you believe it's been nearly 5 decades since this show premiered? Join me as we take a look at where the cast members are today, 48 years later. You won't want to miss this journey through time, so grab your popcorn, sit back, and let's see how the cast of What's Happening has changed over the years. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get started. Ernest Thomas as Roger Raj Thomas. Ernest Thomas portrayed the character of Raj Thomas, an intelligent and driven teenager constantly seeking opportunities for self-improvement. After a hiatus of 6 years from television and film acting, Ernest reprised his role as Roger Raj Thomas in the follow-up series, What's Happening Now? The program aired in initial syndication from 1985 to 1988. Following the conclusion of the series, Thomas made guest appearances on various popular television dramas and sitcoms, including appearances alongside his on-screen wife, Anne Marie Johnson, from What's Happening Now, in the Heat of the Night. He also appeared in The Parenthood, Martin, alongside his What's Happening Now co-star Martin Lawrence, Soul Food, The Steve Harvey Show, All About the Andersons, and more recently, Just Jordan. Additionally, he has featured in several films, including a supporting role in Malcolm X and a cameo appearance in Dickie Roberts, former child star. He later assumed a recurring role as the funeral director Mr. Omar on the television sitcom Everybody Hates Chris. An uncredited appearance as Ernest T. Bass on the television program Are We There Yet was titled The Satchel Paige Episode, depicting him in a Flavor Flav-inspired persona. In 2012, Thomas secured a role in rocker and horror movie director Rob Zombie's 2012 film The Lords of Salem. In 2016, he starred in a comedic body horror short film titled Earworm. He has a vision condition known as amblyopia. Mabel King as Mabel Mama Thomas. Mabel King takes on the role of Mabel Thomas, the firm and no-nonsense mother of Raj and Dee. Her acting journey began in her mid-30s in 1966, when she portrayed the character of Maria in the national touring production of Porgy and Bess. The subsequent year, she graced the Broadway stage as Ernestina in the musical comedy Hello, Dolly. In 1972, she starred in the musical film Don't Play Us Cheap, which remained unreleased until the following year, post its Broadway debut as a stage play. Concurrently, she portrayed the Queen of Merthia in the horror flick Ganja and Hess. January 1975 saw her embodying the role of Eveline, the Wicked Witch of the West, in the all-African-American rendition of the Broadway musical The Wiz, earning her a Drama Desk Award nomination for Outstanding Featured Actress in a Musical. Her portrayal in The Wiz garnered significant acclaim, leading to roles in films such as the Bingo Long-Traveling All-Stars and Motor Kings, alongside Billy D. Williams and James Earl Jones, and Scott Joplin, with Billy D. Williams and Clifton Davis. By June 1980, King returned to the theater scene, headlining the Broadway musical It's So Nice to Be Civilized. Regrettably, the production received poor reception and closed after 8 showings. King was wedded to Melvin King from June 1967 until September 1989. She shared one child, a son named Larry Jr., with Larry Banks, who passed away in 1996. King held staunch conservative Republican beliefs, ardently supporting the presidency of Ronald Reagan. Diagnosed with diabetes, King underwent a toe amputation in 1986 due to complications from the illness. In 1990, she suffered a stroke, leading her to seek care at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, California, effectively marking the conclusion of her professional career. On November 9, 1999, King passed away at the age of 66, Danielle Spencer as Dee Thomas. Danielle Spencer took on the role of Dee Thomas, Raj's younger sister known for her penchant for mischief. Originally slated as a summer mid-season replacement, the show garnered such success in its time slot that a full second season was commissioned. During the production of the second season episode Trial and Error on September 6, 1977, Spencer and her stepfather Tim Pelt were involved in a serious car accident. The crash left Spencer in a coma for 3 weeks and tragically resulted in Pelt's passing. Pelt sustained fatal injuries while trying to shield Spencer during the collision. Spencer has no recollection of the accident and underwent 6 months of recovery alongside physical therapy. In 1999, Spencer tied the knot with Gary Fields, a marketing manager who also served as her publicist and manager in Marina del Rey, California. The couple parted ways in 2013. In 2004, Spencer encountered balance and chronic pain challenges, ultimately diagnosed with spinal stenosis, stemming from the injuries sustained in her 1977 car accident. A corrective surgery rendered her partially paralyzed for 8 months. Spencer underwent treatment at the Kessler Institute for Rehabilitation in New Jersey, crediting the institute for restoring her quality of life. In 2014, Spencer earned induction into the permanent exhibition of the new National Museum of African American History and Culture. She holds the distinction of being the sole former child actor to receive this honor. Additionally, Spencer delved into the realm of fashion design, debuting her Danny collection line, inspired by her personal style. Fred Berry as Freddie Rerun Stubbs. Fred Berry portrayed the character Freddie Rerun Stubbs, an endearing and eccentric teenager known for his entrepreneurial spirit. Initially, the role was intended for a slender Caucasian actor. Rerun earned his moniker due to his habit of repeating classes during summer school. Rerun quickly emerged as one of the series' standout characters, often recognized by his distinctive red beret and suspenders, as well as his dance moves reminiscent of Berry's time with the Lockers. In 1985, Berry returned to reprise his iconic role in the spin-off series What's Happening Now. However, he was dismissed from the show before the conclusion of the first season due to a salary dispute, during which Berry demanded a higher wage than the rest of the cast. Berry entered matrimony 6 times with 4 different partners, remarrying his first 2 wives. He fathered 3 children, DeShannon, Portia, and Freddie, who is known as Fred Berry Jr. Originally named Allen as his middle name, Berry legally changed it to Rerun in recognition of his widely recognized portrayal of the character on What's Happening. Tragically, on October 21, 2003, Berry was discovered deceased at his residence in Los Angeles, where he was recuperating from a stroke. His passing was attributed to natural causes. He was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in the Hollywood Hills of Los Angeles. Fritzi Burr as Miss Collins. Fritzi Burr gained recognition for her portrayal of Miss Collins in the television series What's Happening. Burr began her career in the realm of small theater and performed comedic skits alongside the vaudeville duo Smith and Dale. By the late 1950s, she transitioned to Broadway, where she appeared in productions such as I Can Get It For You Wholesale, notable for launching Barbra Streisand's career. Subsequently, Burr assumed the role of Fanny Brice's mother in Funny Girl, 1968, replacing Kay Medford. Her Broadway repertoire also encompassed performances like Sylvia Goldman in The Family Way, 1965. Beyond Broadway, Burr maintained a presence in small theaters, dinner theaters, and touring companies, showcasing her talents in musicals like Fiddler on the Roof. In Hollywood, she carved out a niche as a versatile character actress, securing roles in both film and television productions. Burr was wedded to Aaron Heyman until his passing in 1995. She passed away from natural causes in Fort Myers, Florida, on January 17, 2003, at the age of 78. Shirley Hemphill as Shirley Wilson. Shirley Hemphill brought life to the character Shirley Wilson, the outspoken and no-nonsense waitress at Rob's Place. With aspirations of becoming a stand-up comedian, Hemphill sent a cassette tape of her comedy routine to Flip Wilson. Impressed by her talent, Wilson generously gifted her a cassette recorder and a bouquet of roses. Following an invitation from Wilson to visit the Flip Wilson show set, Hemphill embarked on a journey to pursue her comedic dreams. Leaving her job in Asheville behind, she made her way to Los Angeles by bus. During the day, she waited tables, and at night, she graced the stage at the Comedy Store. Hemphill showcased her comedic prowess on various television programs, including The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, A&E's An Evening at the Improv, and BET's Black Comedy Showcase. She became a familiar face at the Laugh Factory Comedy Club in Los Angeles. A year prior to her passing, Hemphill reunited with her What's Happening co-stars Ernest Thomas and Haywood Nelson on an episode of The Jenny Jones Show. Tragically, on December 10, 1999, Hemphill was discovered deceased at her residence in West Covina, California, at the age of 52. Her untimely passing was attributed to kidney failure, as determined by an autopsy. Debbie Morgan as Diane. Debbie Morgan portrayed the character Vi. Morgan's earliest recurring role was on What's Happening, from 1976 to 1977 as Diane Harris. In 1979, she gained critical acclaim for her depiction of Alex Haley's great-aunt Elizabeth Harvey on the 1979 miniseries Roots, The Next Generations, and her guest appearance as Curtis Jackson's former girlfriend turned prostitute on The White Shadow. Her most memorable role was Angie Baxter Hubbard on the soap opera All My Children, a character she initially portrayed from January 1982 to July 1990. Her portrayal of Angie resonated with many African-American viewers throughout the United States. In 2017, Morgan featured in the Marvel miniseries The Defenders, portraying Dolores. The subsequent year, she had a recurring part in the BET drama series The Quad. In 2019, she appeared in the Netflix film Sextuplets, alongside Marlon Wayans. She co-starred with Kelly Rowland in the Lifetime movie Merry Little Christmas and its follow-ups. In 2021, she was cast in the Lee Daniels primetime soap opera Our Kind of People opposite Yaya DaCosta. Morgan has been married 4 times and has no children. Her initial marriage was to Charles Weldon from 1980 until 1984. In 1989, Morgan wed actor Charles S. Dutton, divorcing in 1994. From 1997 until 2000, Morgan was wed to photographer Don Thompson. Morgan has been married to Jeffrey Winston since June 2009. Theodore Wilson as Al Dunbar. Theodore Wilson portrayed Al Dunbar in the series. Upon his return to New York, he joined the Negro Ensemble Company and later collaborated with the Arena Stage Repertory. He made his acting debut in the blaxploitation film Cotton Comes to Harlem in 1970. The subsequent year, Wilson departed New York City and relocated to Los Angeles to advance his acting career. He made his television debut with a 2-episode role as Hawthorne Dooley on the TV series The Waltons. Following the series cancellation, Wilson made several guest appearances on TV shows like The White Shadow. He also penned a 1980 episode, Anos, Gimme a Break, The Golden Girls, and What's Happening Now. In 1986, he portrayed Jim Jam on another short-lived series, The Red Fox Show. Wilson continued his work throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s, featuring in Alien Nation, Dallas, Family Matters, Tales from the Crypt, Gabriel's Fire, Mama's Family, and Quantum Leap. He also appeared in various films, including The Hunter, 1980, Blake Edwards's A Fine Mess, That's Life, both 1986, and Mel Brooks's Life Stinks, 1991. Wilson made his final on-screen appearance in Blood In, Blood Out, a 1993 crime drama released posthumously. Wilson fathered 3 children, Theodore Jr., Robert, and Nicole. The latter 2 were born to actress Joan Pringle, Wilson's co-star during the 2nd season of the TV series That's My Mama. Pringle was appointed executrix of Wilson's estate following his passing in 1991. On July 21, 1991, Wilson passed away due to complications from a stroke at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles at the age of 47. He had undergone open-heart surgery several years prior to his demise. Helen Martin as Millie. Helen Martin portrayed Millie in the series. After completing her education, Martin relocated to Chicago and subsequently to New York City to pursue acting studies with the WPA Theater and the Rose McClendon Players. She was a founding member of the American Negro Theater in Harlem. Martin established herself as a character actress on Broadway for numerous decades, making her debut in Orchids Preferred in 1937 and later appearing in Orson Welles' production of Native Son in 1941. Martin graced the stage in a dozen Broadway productions, including Jean Genet's The Blacks, the musical Raisin from 1973 to 1975, Ossie Davis's Pearly Victorious, and its musical adaptation, simply titled Pearly, The Amen Corner, and Tennessee Williams's Period of Adjustment. During her appearance on Late Night with Conan O'Brien to promote Don't Be a Menace, Martin caused a stir with her comments, responding to a question about portraying a pot-smoking grandmother in the film by exclaiming, "I adore the reefer," and jesting that she would have pursued a career as a stripper if not for acting, followed by a playful dance. Martin passed away from a heart attack on March 25, 2000, in Monterey, California, at the age of 90. Chip Fields as Donna. Chip Fields portrayed Donna in the series. Fields kicked off her career as a vocalist. She teamed up with Ronnie Spector as a Ronette in 1973 and cut 2 singles for Buddha Records. Fields initiated her acting journey as an extra in the 1974 movie Claudine. She landed various supporting roles and made guest appearances on television. In the NBC soap opera Days of Our Lives, she portrayed an unmarried mother opposite Patty Weaver. Also in the 1970s, she depicted the abusive biological mother of Millicent Penny Gordon Woods, Janet Jackson, on the sitcom Good Times. Fields served as a consultant for the Parkers, Zenon, Girl of the 21st Century, Living Single, and provided dialogue coaching for the film Menace the Two Society. She also helmed episodes of the popular UPN sitcoms One on One, All of Us, Girlfriends, The Parkers, along with installments of Romeo, Just Jordan, Hannah Montana, Tyler Perry's House of Pain, and Meet the Browns. Thalmus Rasulala as Bill Thomas. Bill Thomas is Mabel's former spouse and the father of Roger and Dee. He also attended courses at Shaw University, a historically black institution in Raleigh, North Carolina in the late 1970s. Memorable blaxploitation movie roles include Sidney Lord Jones in Cool Breeze, 1972, Dr. Gordon Thomas in Blackula, 1972, and Robert Daniels in Willie Dynamite, 1974. He also served as the assistant director of The Slams, 1973. On Broadway, using his birth name Jack Crowder, Rasulala performed as Cornelius Hackle in the acclaimed musical Hello, Dolly. He was a prominent member of the all-black cast headlined by Pearl Bailey and Cab Calloway. The Bailey troupe premiered on Broadway on November 12, 1967, and was recorded by RCA Victor for a best-selling cast album featuring Rasulala in various songs. Rasulala tied the knot with Shirley Mozingo on November 6, 1984. He passed away on October 9, 1991, due to a heart attack in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is survived by his spouse, Shirley, and their 4 offspring. Previously, he was wedded to Martha Roberts, whom he wedded in 1960 and with whom he had 3 children. They parted ways in 1977. His last cinematic appearance was as General Afeer in the comedic movie Mom and Dad Save the World. He passed away shortly after wrapping up his scenes, and the film, issued a year posthumously, is dedicated to his memory. Haywood Nelson as Dwayne Nelson. Haywood Nelson takes on the character of Dwayne Nelson, a lively and carefree adolescent often caught up in mischief. With over 4 decades in the entertainment industry, Haywood Nelson has been an active participant. Hailing from New York, he embarked on his career at the age of 6, landing numerous leading roles in national commercials, both on camera and in voiceovers. His commercial repertoire includes brands such as Levoris, Campbell's Soup, Libby's Polaroid Hot Wheels, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, Johnny Lightning, Aurora AFX, Kodak, Duncan Hines, Milk, Burger King, and Dean Witter. Nelson has also graced the silver screen as a co-star in several feature films, including If You Give a Dance, You Gotta Pay the Band, Mixed Company, This Property is Condemned, and a notable role in Evil Speak. Additionally, he enjoyed a 2-year stint on Broadway in the production of Thieves. Making his mark on television, Nelson made guest appearances on Kojak in the episode The Godson as Bobby Moore. At the age of 14, he further showcased his talent with a guest spot on the television series Sanford and Son, playing the grandson of Whitman Mayo's character Grady before joining the cast of the spin-off series Grady in 1975. Later on, Nelson graced the stage in an urban dramatic production at New York's Lincoln Center, Alice Tully Hall, and made an appearance as himself in the Paramount film Dickie Roberts. He also secured a role on The Parkers. Outside of his acting career, Nelson is an adherent follower of Scientology. We hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the lives of the cast, then and now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, keep on reminiscing and celebrating the magic of television. Goodbye for now.